Hello, people on the internet. My name's Rishi, and welcome to a new video on my channel. Okay, then, as you all have read the title, we are going to talk about a specific motorcycle which is too much in the news now, and for good reasons, and you can't deny. And it is TVS, out of all manufacturers, with their Apache RTX 300. There were a lot of leaks, a lot of testing motorcycles spotted, a lot of them coming from mainly the southern part of India, and yeah, people were excited. So I am going to be talking about it in this video, and let's see where and how it turns out to be. Now, all of this started because recently they launched, right? Today is the 19th of October. One of my friends, Aditya, who had, I think around 3-4 months ago, had bought his Speed T4, and he rode along with us to Goa. And he was a very skeptical guy because he has a lot of cousins who have been buying motorcycles, and he's always got the opportunity to keep a couple of bikes with him, in which he had the TVS Ronin for the longest time, and the Honda Highness 350. So he rode these two bikes, and during that time he was confused in order to buy which motorcycle. Now our group typically has bikes which are above 300cc and quite fast riders, but yeah, obviously I am not promoting a specific type of riding, but I was just I was with the opinion that he should get a sub 300 or a 350cc motorcycle, in which he ended up buying the Speed T4, which is a phenomenal bike. I have just put a raw onboarding video on the channel as well, you all can check it out later. But yeah, he purchased it after a lot of market research and testing. Wait, I'll continue with the conversation once we cross the signal far away. But yeah, so where was I? Yes, I was talking about my friend who was in a confusion to buy which motorcycle, and look at this crazy exhaust and everything. He's put in the Type R logo as well. Damn. Sounds great, huh? I don't know whether if he is gonna look at us or not, but crazy. Oh my god, look at these tires, man. Just take it to Indonesia, they'll cover up for you. Crazy. Okay, anyways, what else can we say now? Alright, so where were we? Yep, signals off. So Aditya was in a confusion as to which motorcycle he should get. Ideally that time I was also along with him for a day, in which we tested the Adventure 250 KTM. Ronin obviously he had ridden, so he was not keen to test ride it again. There is the Apache 310, the yellow and black one, which we had tested. That was really fast, and apparently he didn't prefer the Duke 250, which I really love that bike. It's a perfect 250 or a perfect Duke in Indian conditions. So yeah, so he ended up testing these bikes. Then finally there was options of Triumph, and he rode the Speed 400, the Scrambler 400X, and also the T4. T4 is a little milder bike, so he knew it isn't that intimidating, but turns out when you go onto the highways, that bike is a beast. So yeah, after all the research, checking out the cost of the bike, maintenance, offers, he ended up getting with a good decision of Speed T4, and really happy with that bike. He rode with us to Goa, and I rode it. I loved it as well. See, after all this long monologue, I would just come to the point, and I'll tell you why I'm talking about this backstory. It's simply because he recently shifted elsewhere. I'm not going to talk where he is gone, because one more friend of mine is there, and I just wanted to talk to him. And we were just having a normal chat. Then he comes with a statement which really kind of made sense. So as I said, he just wanted a bike which would be a little calmer, and that's the reason why he didn't go for Dominar or for a Speed 400 or for KTM. This person yesterday tells me that अरे यार मैं और कुछ महीने रुक जाता तो RTX ही ले लेता. Wow. And I'm sure this is going to be a reaction from a lot of people out there, yeah, or out here in the video. So that's the reason why the topic of today's video is going to be about this Apache RTX 300, and also what our touring community or what our Indian motorcycling community feels like as a POV for people like you and me, right? Okay, so talking about me, now there is not a lot of things which I've put onto the internet or on YouTube, but I am an avid motorcycle rider. I've been touring a lot. Longest ride has been Pune, Ladakh, Pune, which me and another friend of mine had done it. I had done on my Rage, fully loaded, with another friend who has Adventure 390. Now obviously this bike compared to Adventure 390 is poles apart. The purpose of the bike is different: weight, ergonomics, power, everything. But the only difference is that I enjoy this motorcycle over anybody else because I own it. I decided to buy it, and that's the mentality that every motorcycle owner should have in the first place. This is again my perspective. It does not have to be the same, but that's how I feel, especially for somebody who is in between, in the age of 20 and 30. Now that may vary. If you are a person who's been riding motorcycles from a very young age, you will probably end up having more experience about motorcycling over somebody else. Now I'll tell you the debate that has been coming across on reels and on social media is that this motorcycle is going to be in the sub 2 lakh category. The RTX is what I'm talking about, and it's a direct competition to, let's say, an Adventure 250 or the Suzuki V-Storm 250, and apparently it's the cheaper, it's I think cheaper than Suzuki as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I can put a disclaimer in the video, but it's definitely cheaper than the Adventure 250. Now when the value for money proposition happens, in that you will come to know that it's got traction control, it's got a lot of electronics, The bike somehow looks like a tiger. So yeah, I mean, these all things do matter for a lot of people. Like aesthetics is a thing, and that's the reason why manufacturers create the bike with a certain design. Now, power figures and everything, I do understand it is going to be, I think, a little less than the Duke 250 for the sheer raw nature that it has. The Adventure 250, I mean. And also, I think the power figures for Speed T4 is a little lesser than the RTX. Now, I don't remember the exact figures, but this is what I remember seeing and comparing it with. That bike is, the RTX has options of like putting in the top rack, the top box and saddlebags, and I think they are selling it as accessories, like those hard cases along with them. But that's again the secondary thing. How will it perform in city? What is it going to do on tours? I mean, with our or with mine experience, I've always been riding Bajaj motorcycles, and I didn't have a problem even in the Ladakh ride. Also, there were service centers everywhere for KTM, Bajaj, and also for Royal Enfield. And because I am from Pune, and the manufacturing happens in Pune, in Chakan, so it becomes a hell lot easier for Bajaj motorcycles to get their accessories properly. Now, since we are speaking about TVS and how this brand has evolved, to be honest with you, I'm really impressed, especially after the BMW collaboration that they had, because they brought in the GS310, the G10, I don't know, man, there are too many S's and G's to confuse myself with. And those motorcycles brought in a platform for the Apache 310, the 310R, which just changed the entire scene of track racing in India, and the fact that they were hosting races, academies, and guiding riders to do it. That's something which attracted a lot of people towards TVS in the motorcycling industry, and I know a couple of motor vloggers as well who ended up racing for TVS or those races, etc. Yeah. So if you all have seen the presentation of TVS, in that they've mentioned that they've been collaborating or trying to collab with a lot of brands to bring in safety gears, to have driving stools, like riding stools, to better the skill of motorcycling. And I think they have their own intercom system as well. So these are the things which a brand like TVS is doing here in India, and I'm really proud of it, really happy. And also considering the fact that, you know, they had these groups like ROG and the Ronin groups, which I think are now going to change to the RTX groups. And yeah, there are people who've been touring with the Apaches as well, so I do not see an issue for them for marketing it as a tourer or as an adventure tourer. Also, as I said, there are a lot of people who loved the design, and even I did like it, when especially it comes with the peak. There's a small beak thing that they give to the bike. That does give a little resemblance of Tiger, the Triumph Tiger. Okay, so this is something that we could praise for any type of motorcycle when it comes to India or when it launches. But I would actually like to talk about the reality of motorcycles and the two-wheeler riding community here in India. One of it is that how many people are going to tour, or how many people frequently tour with these bikes. Now, with the scale of motorcycles that I see here, especially in Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad area, is massive. Imagine this is Diwali, this is this is a Sunday, and that's the reason why there are very less people traveling. But when it comes to weekdays, when I commute to office, I take the same road, always jam, always packed, not just with cars but with two-wheelers, and not just any two-wheelers, not just the commuters but actual big bikes. So there have been times where I've seen 1000cc bikes here. There have been these Dominas, the KTMs, the Adventures, all sorts, and it's happening. Now, there has been a perception that a lot of people in the IT get the bikes and tour on the weekends, but doing a 100-200 kilometers ride isn't touring, I feel. It's just a breakfast ride, which is just normal. If you all see in the shadow, I've been putting my top box and roaming around. Not roaming around, I'm going out for a purpose. So yeah, this is the scene here. Now in that, if you ride a higher capacity motorcycle, there's a lot of issues that to tackle, which mainly considers of heat, of maneuvering the bike in the traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, and those things. And that's one of the reasons why I ended up buying Dominar 250, and also a little cheaper than Dominar 400. So I am able to do both commute as well as tour on this bike. Other thing I would like to talk about is that, are there actual serious riders? The answer is yes, there are serious riders, but they ride carelessly. So you're getting higher capacity motorcycles, but you're not getting responsible riders, and that is my big concern. Now, you can't deny that, if there are more motorcycles, that means there's more awareness, but I feel that's very less happening onto data that speaks, considering how people ride, how many road rages happen and accidents, etc. I feel a person, whenever sees a new motorcycle, should really feel the motorcycle over just with the looks or the value proposition or what electronics it gets. If you are buying any motorcycle, are you comfortable riding it, or is it going to be okay as per your needs? Are you going to be taking it to the office? Is there going to be a lot of pillion? Is there going to be a lot of luggage? These are the things you should shortlist. Anyways, roads in India, some places are improving, some places are not. So it would completely depend upon the road rather than the bike that you ride. I'm happy to report that a lot of people have been interested in ADVs lately. That's the reason why there are so many bikes around. A lot of Xpulses that I can see, and a lot of friends also of mine who bought them. It's a really fun little bike. It's still a 200. Yeah, it'll cause a little problem on the highways, but man, apart from that, it's a charm, especially in these small bumps and roads. The point that I'm trying to make here is that just because the prices are going down and you are able to get a higher capacity motorcycle, does not mean that you should jump onto it. Start somewhere and learn somewhere, because then it will be a little problem for that specific rider. If you are somebody who is new to riding community and wants to tour, don't jump onto a 600 or a 1000cc bike just because you can afford it, or just because Bajaj Finance has made it so easy for getting loans. Just kidding. Learn to ride motorcycles. Learn to understand that one day you will feel that you've achieved something. There should be a sense of enjoyment, and never regret just because you bought a bike and there's a new one which is coming at the same cost, which looks better equipped. That does not mean that you should be annoyed of the current bike that you're riding. Also, lives can take different turns. You never know. You're riding today, you might switch to cars tomorrow, or maybe just go for track days. There are endless probabilities. But in that, never forget, wherever you're riding, whatever you're doing, just be yourself. Ride more so that you understand your motorcycle more, and then make decisions. So the motto of this video was simply that to just spread an awareness about what people think about new motorcycles and how people buy it, as to instead of just understanding, and just one thought process or one small conversation can turn into a wrong decision in life. When it comes to buying any motorcycle or a new motorcycle, people will obviously do a lot of research for the bike itself, but there are more things which is there before and after buying the motorcycle. And the part which is before buying the motorcycle is a very good helmet, good pair of gloves, and if you all can still manage in your budget to get small boots or a riding boot, that would be perfect. I'm telling you why. It's because after all the suggestions, there will still be people who will end up buying motorcycles which are above their capacity of riding, and that's all right, because one day you will feel that that specific motorcycle is also very slow and you would want more power. Now, to tackle that situation, always it's important to have a safety first approach, and whomever I suggest buying a motorcycle, I always tell them that get the helmet and the gear first. Now, I have friends who are, few of them are students, the ones that I've suggested are earning, but then obviously have family responsibilities and can't spend that much. My top box is just banging. Saying that there is always a scope of managing budgets which you can do, and in that I suggest that if you are going to be paying a lot of money in the down payment, just get that 10-15,000 off it and get things which are very important. That's something that people forget. You'll get people who will accessorize their motorcycle but not buy good helmets or not buy good riding gears, which is morally incorrect, I would say. So do that. First you have a good helmet, good glove, nice pair of shoes. Yeah, then you can certainly jump on to riding jackets. But yeah, riding jackets and pants are expensive. But if you are touring, I would highly recommend wearing them. Not just for safety, but also the tiredness, the comfort, everything gets included in a riding jacket. If you travel in high speeds, you have armors around and you don't feel that much tired. And well, about riding gears, it's a different episode and different video altogether, but this is just an approach for new bikers out there. This car looks sick. Not a fan of the Curve EV. I know they have a Batman edition as well, which is just sort of made me like that car. But yeah, again, no hate to any motorcycle also in this video. The ones which I was talking about, the choices and about the new RTX. So yeah, I feel I should end the video here, I believe, because it's a lot of traffic and I have almost reached the place where I have to be. And if you all are from Pune, do let me know which road this is. Till then, if you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button, share it with your friends. If you didn't like it, please leave a feedback below, and also you can share in your thoughts about what you all feel about buying new bikes. Alright then, till then, meet you all in the next one. Peace.